today's episode of Spice and Nice.
I am in the Spice.
And I'm Denise the Nice. This one we will.
You need some honey. Later we get you some.
I need some sugar daddy. I'm not just kidding. Sorry. When you think about honey, immediately I think of honey. Like honey. Okay, I'm sorry. My brain is not braining very well today. It's braining too hard in many different directions. But today we are going to talk a little bit about the world will change again, and let us tell you why. When we say change, we don't mean we mean like a bam bam bam. It's like a pre-COVID versus post-COVID kind of change. Is that what you foresee, that this is the level of change that's coming? Amount of change, like pre-COVID and post-COVID, is very different, right? The world.
Yeah, I think it will be more than that. I think it way above that, and I think it's changed. Like we used to read book from the library to you read things from the internet,
Ebook.
right? So, but even more than that, we even changed the whole system of job in the whole world, which is I think you guys been here, you guys been hearing that, and you've been preparing for that for many years. From the book, the work from home kind of mood, and get used to work from online, and then now they start ask you to get used to the AI, and you will never be forced to use it if the world don't have a crisis. Think about it, right? And the next crisis is already here, right? It's the, if you're in the denial and you feel like, oh my god, I'm read news and I don't get most of the thing in the news, it's fine, it's normal. But for my concern and why I share this topic even in my Vietnamese channel is I can tell and I can believe and I guarantee what I'm saying, that is the truth to myself, that the world will change forever. Forever, we never go back to where we are, and forever we will have to live in a new world when nobody know how to live in that world yet. Nobody know how to deal with it yet. But yet also crisis happen to come to burst this old world, so to create a new innovate of the whole human history again, right? And I was say it in a positive manner because people already give you enough negative thing to read if that's what something you love to suck in drama and all that.
And emotion.
I would say I'm not saying positive in terms of like I'm rah rah the world will be fine, but the accepted that a lot of job will be replaced, and again you've been hurt that and you bought at that and you witness that every second right now. And the next thing is, how do you deal with that emotionally?
Yes.
I think that's what most people lack of when we talk about it. How do you going to be a resilient, face that and bound out from that, right? And that's what I tell Denise, that she have the best character to go through all this, uh, because resilience is really a need. I think it should be a stick in front of face of everybody now. I will give myself an example of a story when I think this time last year. Oh, we not even have a drama last year about around this time, because the drama is like June, July, right? So it's way before that. So I was just started new chat GPT maybe last year, right? Early last year. I would never heavily use chat GPT that much if I'm not go to the problem that I have. I become an expert with ChatGPT just for day and night working for a few months non-stop, right? But that is like when crisis happened, which is July, August last year.
Yes.
And look at where the AI today. Can you imagine it can create it for you photos straight away for you to do a work without asking your graphic designer team to do it? I'm not sure that you know that yet. Do you know that GPT image?
Oh, there's a better one apparently.
Oh, you haven't tried yet?
No, that's in like the GPT I tried already. The one you sent me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried already. It's, I would say this is good enough. It is good enough for a few seconds work. But if you want like super lifelike, then it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good enough for.
But it's good enough for the level of in the past you need the whole crew to.
Yes.
For I give myself example, right? I do live stream. And sometimes I need to send the education paper, research paper in English, and they have to translate to Vietnamese, and then we have to design
Mm.
it, and then they call it. By the time they're done, I already know who to teach, right?
Mm.
But now with technology and AI, I don't have to do it. Like I give Denise few example. This is what yesterday I'm doing it. Let me share with her here. So this is a link yesterday. I do it for 30 minutes.
Mm.
I book all the information in and I say add icon and add star.
Ah, okay, okay.
I will do it 2 minutes. And then I say, with this, tell me. So this is still in English. I did not
Mm.
ask it to change, but all this has become so quick for me just because
Yes.
yeah, all this, right? I don't need a team for all this when yesterday I need to solve the problem. So I'm trying to say it's a lot of work in the past for me to have one slide of teaching.
Yes.
I need a whole team to sit with me and
Design,
we have to
discuss,
design, discuss, and now I can
edit.
preparing live stream less than 15 minutes. For 2.5 hour live stream, I just 15 minutes
Yes.
to do that one.
For the amount of work is very, very good.
Yeah.
The result.
And and another one I can show you, which is funny because I will do a story, right? I write a story with ChatGPT. I say based on my story, help me to make it become where was it? How to make the thing become like big one, like swearers like this.
Uh-huh.
How do I?
Screenshot.
No, I want to make the thing to have picture like this, and I can open for you.
It's you need a. This is already what a PNG file is a picture, isn't it?
Yeah, but I want to like this. This is
Okay,
actually the
like an
cartoon.
icon. Okay.
This is actually the cartoon that AI do to teach
Yeah.
about the text. Can you imagine that?
So basically, you put in the text.
Yeah, I say
This is what I want you to say.
yeah. I want to make this lesson like a storytelling book.
Like an animation, like
Yeah,
a okay.
write for me the story from this year to this year. What's the different and what is the same, and give the idea for people to follow, which is exactly what today we're talking about.
Mm.
To make it so simple, so even 5 years old kid understand what the
Mm.
situation in the world. And you see how good it is to make this for you. And this is like 2 minute each
Yes,
photo
I think for the amount of time, that's what I mean.
to
For the amount
become
of time, it's
to
very good.
become a
A book.
books
It's an
for a
ebook.
kid
Yeah.
story, but I can teach it in like two
Online.
hour in live
Yeah.
stream, right? It's amazing live stream. So go back to why the world changed again. We really in the world now is who more creative that person win. Really, only you. The only difference you have now is creativity, because with creativity and you can talk to AI.
Yes.
That's what creativity do. I just showed Denise is I use science knowledge and I use my creativity, and just in few minutes I have a book story for a kid to talk
Mm.
about his story about this time
Mm.
in life.
Mm. I get what you mean. So ChatGPT and AI is a tool, right? So how much creativity, how much ideas, how much knowledge you pump into it,
Yep.
then it will create something for you.
Yeah.
So if you are level one knowledge, level one creativity, it will come out with something like that.
Correct.
And then if you are level 10, level 20, level 50, the things that come out is different. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yesterday
Yes.
I read another news that the boy who spent few hours in GPT and he already create a airplane game online. Same
Mm.
like a Minecraft, but his own version. And overnight he have 17,000 people worldwide subscribe and the number keep increase. So people basically can play that game and donate to people who play that game and live chat about that. But that's how quick to tell you in the past to develop a
A
game.
game, yeah.
You
It
need a
takes
company,
months.
you need to take a month. But because he's so creative, he can do that for a few hours and he public it and he earn money. You can
Yes.
find research about that right now. And you hear a ton of stories, something like that, right? And it just blow my mind. And I also tell you a lot of things right now that I'm doing, right? Move to the platform
Mm.
side of
Mm.
building platform.
Mm.
That's also all come from creativity,
Yes.
right? That's also come from creativity of the entrepreneur mindset of solving problem, because as entrepreneur you always have to creative to solve problem.
Mm.
If the old way cannot fix the problem, then you always have to find a new way to solve problem, and it force you and your brain into a
Creativity.
creativity.
I get what you
Yeah.
mean. I think a lot of people don't understand because sometimes when we say that or we come up with our topics or we come up with our script with AI,
Mm.
then you say, oh, this book is not done by you. It's not entirely true because if I did not give ChatGPT or AI that idea, that outline, it cannot flesh it out for me,
Yeah.
right? So if it's because you know you have certain knowledge, certain ideas that you can ask certain prompts,
Yeah.
ask certain questions, and when ChatGPT gives you an answer, you know which point to pick up on and
Yeah.
expand on. That's why it can build into something else.
Yeah. Do you know that some research right now they report the best people who use ChatGPT so far in the whole world? You know who was that?
Oh, children.
Entrepreneur.
Not surprising.
Yeah, because they are the only one who use ChatGPT and ask the right questions, so they always get very good algorithm for the GPT to
Algorithm,
learn
yeah. Yes.
about the creativity about human. The rest, of course, is trash on, what should eat today and all that crap
How to
question.
write a marketing. I saw, okay, never mind, this is another story for another day, but entrepreneurs, I really agree, especially if you're solo entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Because you don't have a team, you are forced to squeeze your brain juice, right? How do I get 10 hours of work done in 3 hours?
yeah,
Something like that, right? So then you will be forced to be creative.
yeah. And you ask the right question because
Yes.
you every day have to solve problem for client for your team or for your company. So you
Non-stop,
just
non-stop.
yeah, so you just have to be always ask the right question. You know
Mm.
what I mean? So it's very hard. So that's the in the number of,
AI
which is
side.
I'm laughing when I'm reading that because I'm like, wow. So look like only entrepreneur and they are creativity survive. Because if just say the behave of how you use it, I have sit with my friend who are tech savvy, if that's what you're
Mm.
saying, which is the one who work on the top of doing platform and AI and all this. And he tell me that AI already beyond human. It's just we are not as smart to get used to practice to use it. And this is what he shared with me. He said, as the moment you human get used to use all these AI tools, the whole world will completely
Change
change,
again.
right?
Mm.
Right, which is and he gave me very good example, and now I will share you back that he say, just remember when smartphone was just exit. You change from a turn phone
To the
to
helpful.
call, and what did they introduce you to practice? Just press the number and call. Just press the keyboard, right?
Got,
Same like your keyboard here, and text.
got message.
That's it. You have text, you have call, and you have a snacking game.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's how they let you use first, right? After three things you know how to use, now they give you the screen with more function, more
Mm.
item. So it's the same to AI, right? Right now they introduce you one tool called ChatGPT, and then the next day they show you another
Deep sea.
DeepSeek, and then the next day they show you another AI for you to can tell it what to do the image for movie for you, and you're getting more and more advanced. But you
Mm.
see, for you to get there advanced, because first you have this few step basic. So actually human right now, we are in the momentum of change, but it being forced to change very quickly in the next few months. And by next year, the world will not be the same. But that is a continuing from before COVID to now.
Mm.
Right? Before COVID to now, just say for the last 5 years, we've been changed slowly. But the curve of changing will be like this
Mm.
when we get used to.
But that is the trend now, I realize. Every single change is getting faster and faster.
Correct.
Like last time from the box TV
Yep.
to the flat screen
That's
TV,
right.
it
That's right.
took
It's the
this
same.
amount of time.
Yeah.
Now to flat screen to your phone is this amount of time
Correct.
only. And then slowly the change will come faster and faster.
That's right.
That's why creativity, adaptability, these two, you need to practice them
Yeah.
to
That's it. That's the
survive.
that's what this live stream where I'm saying, now you know what happening now, then now you need to know what is preparing for that, right? And this is what maybe Denise will good at. She can teach you resilience, she can teach you
Resilience
creativity.
is here. Adaptability is here. I'm very adaptable, but it's not something I can teach. It just comes naturally. It's
Okay, let's talk
worry my
about
mom
tip.
so much last time.
Let's talk about tip. What do you think? Do you think, just say with your character after COVID to now, you go
Uh-huh.
through it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm sure you'll be with me long enough to know that a lot of things also been changed for you,
Mm.
right? What is the tip that you go through all this and you give you? Of course, I don't say confident, but at least a little bit of feel like you will be okay to move to the next chapter with willingness and openness. Describe that around you. A lot of people refuse to go there,
I don't.
especially like we talked a last episode about elderly, right?
Elderly very hard lah. They already 60 years in this stuck way of thinking. So how I do? I don't think my method works for everybody. I think you'll be shocked at it.
It's okay, but you should share so at least people can see that
I
that's also
sh-
a way,
I share. Yeah, I
because
share.
people should know that, oh, that's also a way.
Anne has a way. I have a way. Our way is very different. But what I do is I don't. It sounds like a no-brainer, but it really no-brainer. I don't think so much.
Mm,
There's something called roll with the punches. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm a bit extreme when I say I don't think so much because I feel like if I worry about something, not that you don't plan for it.
mm,
I mean, of course, if you plan to have a kid, then you should make the necessary preparations. But I think at the end of the day, you will not know what is going to happen until it actually happens.
mm,
So sometimes people will ask me, have you ever thought, because I have friends around, I can just put it in a human way where maybe it's easy to understand relationship wise. Sometimes people think, what will you do if your husband or your partner cheat?
mm,
Then I say, why do I want to think about that?
mm,
Not because I run away from the problem, but there is no point in thinking about that. The only the only thing I can do is I be the best partner that I can be,
mm,
and that's it. That, and then even if I think hard about what if my, you think there are a lot of people who do that, right? They think hard about, what if my husband cheat, what if my wife cheat, whatever, whatever, and then they go into depression, they start to suspicious, and then they check the phone, and then they quarrel every day. Why? But the thing is not happened yet, right? But you make it as if it's already happened,
mm,
so you make life difficult for for yourself. For me, I just really, if I truly believe that everything happens for a reason
mm,
and it is difficult, I I really, how should I put it, really surrender my life to life. And I know that for some people it can be very scary, but for my character it works for me. Like
mm,
I just, for me I really feel, if you think so, everything that, if you really truly believe in everything happens for a reason, why do you need to worry so much?
mm.
If you are if you are meant to die tomorrow, you will die tomorrow anyway.
Yep.
If you are meant to live and survive for the next 10 years, so long as you are contributing and adding value to the world, you will live and survive for the next 10 years.
Mm,
It is not like even if you worry and whatever, it's not going to be different.
yep.
So that's how I deal with it. I don't like physical hardships. You can see my face. I'm a sheltered strawberry Singaporean girl. But I I think if really it happens, then it happens all
Mm,
like that. Lor. What else can you do about it? Right? If
mm,
really the world goes to shit, you can only do what I can only do what I can to make things better. If I cannot do it on a grand scale, if I can make my family feel better, I can make my friend feel better, I can just, the people around me that I can touch physically, in my circle feel better, then I think it's okay. I think that's great, right? Why do you want to think about? I don't know. Yeah, that's me now. But it's very extreme now. Like I say, some people will go crazy if they don't think about the future. She's a planner, and she can see it. So she's like, I'm really like a jellyfish.
I
Lah.
wish I can't see it.
Yeah, I cannot see it. That's why I can live happily,
Yeah.
right? I live.
I think people think like, why you see? I say, do you like, just book an example. In front of you, two person kissing.
Mm.
you see it.
Mm.
With the person next to you who are blind,
Mm.
can't see it.
Mm.
And then you tell the person, do you know that two person kissing in front of you? No, I can't, I'm blind. I say, wow, you're so good, you can see it. I say, I wish I'm blind like you right now. That's exactly what I will answer. Do
Yeah.
you get my
She, she,
imagination?
she, you need to plan because you can see it.
Yeah. Well, and that
don't
is
see it.
annoying because you want to relax. People will ask me this question, why you don't
Why you
relax?
cannot relax?
I say it's not I cannot relax. I say just say again the kissing part. I did not want to see that. I did
It's
not
just put
choose
in
to
front
see it.
of you.
It just I can see it.
Yeah, I'm relaxed because I cannot see it.
Yeah.
I cannot see it. So that is what works for me lah. I just
Oh my god,
I just roll.
I feel that Ava going to one day say this to me because right now she already say that sometimes. So when Denise just say that sentence,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, sound like Ava.
But I can put it in an adult way, and I also understand why some people have to worry about the future because, okay, I think about it this way lah. For one person that is not worrying, somebody has to worry for the share. It's a balance of the world.
Mm.
So you see, I don't worry. My husband worries because he can see.
Mm.
It's a shit for him, right? So he has now worry for two people, and then you worry for two people,
Mm.
and the entire team, obviously.
Yeah.
But the most biggest worry is the small one, right? So you also worry for two people, yourself and the small one, and of course Maya, three people. And my husband is to have to worry for me because I don't worry. I am incapable. It's not that I don't want to worry. I just cannot. It's just like she also don't want to not. She wants to not worry, but she cannot do not worry because she can see it. I cannot worry because I cannot see it. It's just as simple as that. I can't. I saw whatever she said. I'm like, oh, okay, lor. Then she said, you need to prepare this. Okay, I prepare, lah. I just prepare heavily. Prepare. Right?
You need to have people who
Worry for me.
worry for you
Yeah.
beside
So
you.
when my husband say things, I say, okay, okay, I know. Fine. I'll eat the organic honey. Fine. So my husband like me, I'm like, okay, 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 okay. I prepare. Yeah. So that's how people ask me why I adaptable. It's just like that, lor. Because like sometimes you're in a situation you cannot change.
So what is your view if right now when change this much and people refuse to change and adapt?
Then they will be left behind. To be frank, I do not think I have the power to change or help everybody. The most I can help is my parents and my sister and my husband. That's it.
Mm.
That's the immediate that I can help. And then I I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it somewhere before. The only way I can help them is to show, for example, my sister is on diet right now.
Mm.
I also on diet, right? So the only way I can show her that it is possible to eat happily and healthily and lose weight is by showing her.
Mm.
Does it make sense?
Is it work?
No. She a Taurus, babe.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
think?
Work.
She needs a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and I can feel it's difficult because my dad is quite adaptable. He's a businessman. He used to be a businessman, so he's also adaptable and creative. Sagittarius.
Mm.
So he is used to when the wave comes, he just ride the wave. But
Mm.
my mom is not. She's a Virgo, so there's a lot of anxiety. And with this grouping of people in my family, I feel like there's only one way is to show that it is possible.
Mm.
If I show that it is possible, then you cannot say that it cannot be done because it's already done. What are you
Mm.
talking about? Right? But it is a tough one. And if they don't want to adapt, they will just be get left behind. And honestly, I do not know how much I can help them.
Mm.
If the time comes and I have to choose between moving forward and leaving them behind,
Mm.
maybe that time will come. I don't know. And but then again, you see, I there's no point for me to worry about that because when that time comes, then I will know what I'm going to do.
Mm.
Does it make sense? Like I will know at that point of time. Of course, now I continue doing what I'm doing. I continue learning all these new things. I continue making friends with young people so they can teach me new things.
Mm.
They force me to be young, right? They teach me new things. And then I hope that some of it can spill over to my family
Mm.
and my loved ones. And then after that, when the time comes to make that difficult choice, then I will know what is my power at that point. Do I have that power, the capacity to bring along everybody with me? Is my boat big enough
Mm.
at the end of that day, right? So that's why I say I don't really worry. I think action is more important than anything else.
Yeah.
If you see that this is the road and this is what it has to be done and you are doing it, then you can just only continue.
Mm.
And then when the time comes, then you will know you can or cannot. Yeah. But you wouldn't know until it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I can say if there's war, I can fight for my country, I can die for my country. But when the time comes really you die and you fight.
Mm.
Correct, you get what I'm trying to say. So it's like that. It's like people say, oh, if there's $1 million on the road, I should give it back to the person. I will be a nice kind guy. I will be a nice guy. But when the thing really happens, what if your parents or whatever is sick and the money is there? You
Mm.
return or not return? You don't know until it happens.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know whether I make it clear or not. Lah. Maybe not clear. I don't know. But
It's
this
a,
is
it
this
is
is
a tip that everybody will need a different people who give you a different tip. But of course, the end you select what work for you.
yes.
The end you have to select what work for you. But the world is definitely will change forever.
Mm.
And I'm saying like Denise, I will agree one thing with her that you can't control the outcome outside, but you can control how you're going to make yourself strong to go through this.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you understand a lot of things, right? Every time I learn something new about economically or politician and all this, and I'm like, oh my god, you just hook into that drama. But it's turned back to who are you as a person and
Mm.
how do you going to moving forward. And I think resilient and change and adapt, it have to be the lifelong learning. I will use a sentence from Singapore, yeah.
Lifelong learning for you.
Yeah, to be adapt and to be adapt to new situation. The nearer class I go, which is so this lady that teach me AI for marketing, and I will blow my mind by how a 50 years old plus woman, which is in the age that you think would be hard to change, she was so humble and so kind and so down on earth, and but she knows so much about AI that it blow my mind from wow, at that age it's very hard for her to change, but she embraced back other people to be resilient to learn AI, and she's the one who teach AI, right? For
Mm.
me, in my head, when I do research about AI, it's a ton of young people that just try new tools,
Mm.
but for her it's like she may not sit down and do all the AI tools but she
Mm.
know what is behind it and she embraced. And in the class have about a bunch of old people around her age, but she the one who inspired back that it gave me like hope that oh still have a cool old people, you know.
I will be the cool person.
Yeah, I think that's what blow my mind the most. Oh, still have a cool old people, we should, you know, we need to still believe in that. Long story short is I hope we all will be fine after the world change, and I believe human will be fine because any innovating in the world happen, human will go better and stronger. And
Mm.
of course, you will have loss on the way. A lot of people will lost on the way. A lot of kind of loss that we're talking about, right? I just use one word, loss only. You know, it can be lost yourself, it can be lost finance, it can be lost your loved one, it can be lost your job, it can be lost your health, it can be a lot of loss. Me, uh, and everybody will lose a lot of things.
Mm.
But if we keep look in the future with that depressed, it's very hard
Mm.
to moving forward. So I want to share my last sentence is prepare yourself, invest in the knowledge and the skill that you need to drive into this wave
Mm.
because that's what will save you. That's the
Yes.
only thing I
Only
can
thing
think
that
of.
can save you.
Yep.
Invest in your knowledge and your skills and your experience.
Yeah.
Because that new car, that new bag, that new computer, that new phone, it's not going to save you.
Mm.
It's just going to be just an expenditure.
Yep.
Your experience, the people you collect along the way, the true friends, the bonds, your learnings and your knowledge and your emotional mastery is what is going to save you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you cannot feel for people, because I feel deeply and feels deeply. But at the end of the day, feelings and actions, you have to separate them, whether you like it or not. Yeah. So even if it is going to become difficult, as humans, we are resilient. You'll be surprised. It's quite hard. It's quite hard for humans to die, actually. So you'll be surprised. You never know. You may discover new unknown strengths that you have, new unknown skills that you have. Then finally, in the new world, it will become useful, right? You may have some skill that you don't know you have. So yeah, just be prepared with your learnings, with your knowledge. Try to spread that knowledge as much as you can to people around you, so that they can grow with you at the same time, right? Yeah, force them to grow whether they like it. Just download information. That's what I do. I just go and then just even if they take 1%, it's better than no percent. Does it make
Yeah.
sense? Okay, yeah, so that's what I do. And yeah, I guess this is it for today's episode of The World Will Change. Let us tell you why and what you must do. Okay, remember to like, share, and subscribe.
I am in the spice.
And I'm Denise the Nice. We will see you guys in the next recording. I mean, the next live stream, next episode. Bye.
That's the conclusion of today.
How
Don't
to
forget
spell
to
it?
like, share, and subscribe.
You are?
I am in the spice.
And the stubborn one. I am Denise the Nice. We will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.